Hello everyone, let us start new chapter of class 10th chemical equations. So before going to chemical equation, we should understand what is a chemical reaction first. So chemical reaction is a process that leads to the transformation of one set of chemical substances to another. For example, baking a cake, the milk going sour, boiling an egg, the digestion of food. So these are all nothing but chemical reactions. The one substance, it's completely changing its form into another set of chemicals, right? So classically, chemical reactions encompasses changes that only involve the position of electrons in the forming and breaking of chemical bonds between atoms with no change to the nuclei, and can often be described as a chemical reactions. So some of the chemical reactions, just now as I told you that cooking. So in cooking, we'll take the vegetables and we will make a curry, right? So in that, we will mix all the ingredients, everything, yes or no? So that chemical energy, the food which we are cooking, so when we are eating it, it is giving us power, right? It is giving us energy. So one energy is converted into another energy, right? So the chemicals, the food which we are eating, it is getting converted, right? So here chemical reaction has taken place. Okay. So for example, respiration is also an example of chemical reactions. Cooking, just as I told you that anything which is changing completely its form is nothing but chemical reaction. Okay. Ripening of the mango, exposing iron nails to moisture in for a long period of time, you will see that there will be some kind of it will be rusted. So these are all nothing but an example of chemical reaction. So how we can understand that a chemical reaction has taken place? So there are certain indicators of chemical reaction. Suppose any reaction has taken place, there will be any gas formation, there will be heat energy will be released or absorbed. Okay, the color will change or a precipitate is formed. So these are nothing but the reactions, indicators of a chemical reaction. In the picture you can see that there is a gas formation when we are doing electrolysis of water. Okay, next is you are able to see light and heat energy, right? Then log is rusted, okay, because it is changing its color. And precipitate means completely which is insoluble substance which is there in the liquid solution. When we will mix two chemicals, that is nothing but your precipitate. Okay, so what are chemical equations? Chemical equations are nothing but the symbolic representation of chemical reaction in which the reactants and the products are expressed in terms of their respective chemical formula. For example, like if you are taking, if you are making lemon juice, so here your reactants will be lemon plus sugar plus salt. Okay, when you are mixing it completely, okay, what it is forming? Lime juice, yes. So that is nothing but your product. So here the reactants are nothing but what you are mixing in that reaction is nothing but reactants, and the products means the exact final product is nothing but your product. Now let us see how we will write a word equation. Word equation is nothing but we are writing the chemical reaction in the form of words. Okay, so a word equation represents a chemical reaction using the names of the involved. Word reaction do not show any chemical symbols. Any chemical reactions, reactants and the substance that react together and products are the substance formed, as I told you. So word equation always take the form reactants plus sign will be there to separate one or more reactants. Okay, an arrow will be there to represent the product. Okay, first let us see skeletal equations. Skeletal equations are the equations in which there is only chemical formula of reactants and the products, but no state mentioned and no balancing of atoms on either side of the equation done. So this one point you have to keep in mind, that whenever you are writing a chemical reaction, first you will writing each of the chemical in a word form, in a symbol. Okay, for example, magnesium here, Mg is nothing but magnesium, O2 is nothing but oxygen. So here magnesium is reacting with oxygen, so Mg plus O2, the arrow which you are seeing means when they are reacting together it is forming magnesium oxide. Okay, why this is a skeletal equation? Because here oxygen, how many moles of oxygens are there? 2, but in the product only 1 moles of oxygen is there, means this is an unbalanced equation. So So because there is an unbalanced equation, and also nothing is mentioned whether it is a liquid or a solid or a gas or anything which is released during the chemical reaction, nothing is mentioned. So this is nothing but is skeletal equation. Skeletal equation means just a temporary one, in which you have to make the balancing of the atoms again, and also you have to mention the state in which the chemical is there. Okay. Next is balancing equation. So balanced equation is something in which all the number of atoms of each element in the reaction will, the total charge are the same for both the reactants and the products. So in other words, the mass and the charge are balanced on both sides of the reaction. Okay, the weight of the products should be equal to both weight of the reactants. Okay, and also the charge. So balanced equation is nothing but, for example, you can take, see here, C3H8 plus O2, it is giving rise to H2O plus carbon dioxide, CO2, right? So here in this you can see that there is a 3 moles of carbon, but in the product we are having only 1 mole of carbon, right? We are having 8 moles of hydrogen, but here we are having 2 moles of hydrogen. We are having 2 moles of oxygen, here we are having 3 moles of oxygen. So this is an unbalanced equation. To balance it, what we will do is, first we will balance each of one element. So here in the first product you see H is there, right? So what we will do, we will balance H first. So how we can balance? In the product we are having H8, means 8 moles of hydrogen is there, but in the product we are having 2 moles of hydrogen. So where we will write the subscript, we will add 4 here, because 4 2s are how much? 8. So now H is balanced, 4 2s are 8, here in product also 8 and in reactants also 8. So H is 8. Now let us see the next one, oxygen, right? Oxygen how much moles? Now oxygen how much become? 4O, means 4 plus 3 2s are 6, 4 plus 6 how much? 10. Now the oxygen we need we need to balance oxygen on the product side, that is 10. Okay, so you can see here, if I add 5 O2, 5 2s are how much? 10. So now it is balanced, hydrogen is balanced, oxygen is balanced, and then carbon is also balanced. So this is nothing but a balanced equation. C3H8 plus 5O2, it gave rise to 4H2O plus 3 CO2. So we are having one more example, P4O10 plus H2O gave rise to H3PO4. So in the first one you see how many moles of potassium is there? Phosphorus is there? 4, right? And here how much? 1. And here oxygen 10, here oxygen how much? 11, sorry, here oxygen 4. So in the first step what we'll do is, first we'll balance hydrogen. So hydrogen you check, 2 moles of hydrogen is there. No, we are balancing first P, okay, P4. So we'll add 4 here first, 4H3PO4. Now hydrogen becomes how much? 12, 4 3s are 12. Okay, now here this on this side also we need to balance it, right? So I'm adding 6 here, 6H2O. 6H2O means 6 2s are 12. This H is balanced, P is balanced. We have to see for oxygen, O10 plus 6 means 10 plus 6, 16. Again 4 4s are how much? 16. So this is also a balanced one. So like this we have to balance an equation. Okay, writing symbols of physical state means you have to write, suppose when you are mixing, whenever you are doing chemical reaction, if it is a solid, you have to write small s just before the element, down on the element. Okay, if it is a liquid, L, if it is a gas, G, if it is dilute means which is mixed in water. Okay, which is an aqueous solution. Okay, when we are diluting, when we are mixing it, that is dilute or concentrated or aqueous. Okay, aqua means water. Now see the example of a chemical, let us see some of the example of chemical reaction. Sodium when reacting with oxygen, it is giving sodium oxide. Okay, next CH4 plus 2O2 give rise to CO2 plus 2H2O. AgNO3 plus 2KCl give rise to AgCl plus KNO3. So in this, are you able to see S, G, S? S means solid, G is gas, S is again the product is solid. So gas, the product is gas, and H2O, water is really made, so that is a liquid. Aqueous means this is mixed in water. Okay, and then this is also mixed in water. So Ag means aqueous, S means solid, L means liquid. So these are all nothing but of the chemical equations. So in this topic we have learned about chemical reactions, chemical equations, word and skeletal equations, and balancing the chemical equations. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.